Hi friends, it's your children's pastor, Jackie Monastra, here with you for another super awesome Sunday. So, how many of you love puzzles? Puzzles are really cool because they start as a big pile of random pieces and they transform into a beautiful picture of a vibrant ocean or your favorite sports team or even beautiful places from far away all around the world. Life is kind of like these puzzle pieces. Every day you learn a new skill, experience new things, and grow older and smarter. Every day you have a choice to listen and obey God's words or disobey and follow your own. Each day, it's almost like you get a new puzzle piece to the puzzle that's your life. Today we're talking about 3 Bible verses from the book of Jeremiah that remind me of putting together a puzzle. They remind me that each day of our life is like putting together a giant, beautiful life puzzle. Let's open our Bibles to Jeremiah chapter 29. We're going to read verses 11 through 13, but before we do, here is what you need to know. Okay, so Jeremiah was a guy who trusted and followed God, called a prophet. He listened to God's words and then he told people about God's great love for them. As you know, if you're familiar with the big God story, God's people, the Israelites, oftentimes disobeyed God. Like us, they sinned, and sometimes the Israelites' daily puzzle piece looked like a life that trusted and followed Jesus, and sometimes their daily puzzle piece looked more like they would choose to trust themselves instead of listening to God. These verses we're about to read are God's words to the Israelites in a time where they were disobeying God. All right, are you ready? Let's read Jeremiah chapter 29, verses 11 through 13. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. In those days when you pray, I will listen. If you look for me wholeheartedly, you will find me. You see, God had Jeremiah write this to his people after they had wandered away from him and began serving other gods or idols again. The consequences of their sin would be that they would be slaves in Babylon for 70 years. That's 70 people. He wanted them to have hope, though, and he explained to them that God still had good plans for them if they would seek him with their whole heart. God would continue to give them beautiful new puzzle pieces if they turned back to trust and follow him. If they would turn away from choosing to follow themselves and would instead follow God, he would forgive them and he would rewrite their story. If they would turn away from choosing to follow themselves and they would follow God instead, he would forgive them and rewrite their stories. God's plan is the very best for us. But he knew we would mess up, just like the Israelites did. He knew that we would sin, and his great love for us is so great despite all of the times that we mess up. He gives us hope by letting us know we can come back to him no matter what we've done. Jeremiah's message to the people is a message for us too. We can always come back to God and say sorry. We can choose to follow him even when we mess up, because guess what? We will mess up. No one is perfect and all people sin. The important part is turning back to trust and follow Jesus even when we mess up. It's saying sorry to the people that we've hurt and saying sorry to God through prayer. Then we continue to trust and follow Jesus. We continue to build our life puzzle. Are you guys ready to see this puzzle? All right, let's go. God has great plans in store for those who trust and follow him. We might try to live our lives the way we want to sometimes, but we can always say sorry and come back to him. He created us, and he's made each of us unique and special for great things. Just like our puzzle, we can't really see the whole picture before it's done, but we can know that our life will be made beautiful as we trust and follow Jesus. God knows everything about you. He made you, and He has great things in store for those who trust and follow Him. He has created you uniquely, just like each individual puzzle piece. He knows what amazing things you can do and will do. When we sin and we mess up, we can say sorry and continue to trust and follow Him. God will keep His promise to continue to build a beautiful life puzzle with us. All right, friends, don't forget to give your mom a big hug and say Happy Mother's Day. I'll see you on Wednesday for our awesome Zoom small groups. Bye.